Dr. Mohammed Munir, who is a virologist at Lancaster University. He joined us now from the United Kingdom. Doctor, thank you for joining us on the program. Let's talk about this patient zero. Why is it so important to find out who it is? And how is it even possible to identify the person who's responsible for spreading this?
Well, this entire situation reminded us the situation of SARS back in 2003 when the outbreak started to spread from Hong Kong, one of the hotel. So there are a few really important aspects on this one, is that how we identify the patient who has been called the patient zero, spreading the infection is pretty difficult, and in majority of the cases it's hard to identify. The only way to do is that to identify that time when all of those gatherings were being held, and then test every person who is over there to see who has been infected, especially the people who have been working into the hotel for a longer duration. And in a majority of the cases, these are really difficult because the hotel always remain a temporary accommodation, and people come and leave is almost difficult really to identify. But once if it is identified, it not only gives the clue how the infectious disease is spread, but also give a really good streamlined procedure how the virus has been spreading in other contacts, so one can really trace them down and identify those people and limit the further spread of the infection.
Mm-hmm. So what does the outbreak and spread of this disease tell us about coronavirus? Because so far it's been largely contained to China. We do have a large outbreak on a cruise ship that's anchored in Japan, but elsewhere so far there really have only been a handful of cases. We really haven't seen it spread in the same way that we saw it spread in China.
Absolutely. This is a really important point to clarify the general public, is that at this time in this Wuhan coronavirus situation, I think we have learned quite a few lessons from the SARS and the MERS and other infectious diseases. So overall, the international community responses has been pretty good, timely manner. So therefore, the containment that were being put in place, not only in China, but also preparation in other countries, are really working effectively. And also the time by which the control measure and the locking down were applied in China has really helped to further spread the infection. So therefore, I think overall scenario at global level, the consolidated efforts and the approach that had been applied has been great in sort of containing the infection, and also not only that, but also further spreading of the infection around the world.
Mm-hmm. What are scientists hoping to learn, not just if they find this patient zero, but what are they hoping to learn about how this disease is spread, and how can they apply it for future outbreaks, not just outbreaks of coronavirus, but other diseases?
Yes, absolutely. This whole scenario of looking into the patient zero also can reveal one important aspect, is that how these infectious diseases can spread and how lethal could it be if no control measures been put in place. For instance, the people who have traveled across the world from this hotel, if those will not be traced down or will not be caught, these could escape from the detection and can intermingle with other people who are not exposed to these viruses. That could lead to a devastating situation. So infectious diseases teach us all the time a new lesson, that how devastating these could be if they are not properly identified and not contained well in time. Because the control measure that have been put in place not only in China but other countries, if those were not timely manners, then the whole situation would have been a lot more worse. As we have seen, just by 1 or 2 patients, they could lead to a lot more spread in other countries.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. Dr. Mohammed Munir joining us from the United Kingdom. Doctor, thank you so much for your time today.